awesome. Thank you for being here, joining me today for this live video. In today's video, we'll be talking about the three biggest mistakes that I made when starting Amazon FBA about 2 years ago. So three biggest mistakes I made when starting to sell on Amazon. Alrighty, awesome, very cool. So as I was saying earlier, is that, when I first started, it was honestly out of desperation. It wasn't something I did because, my life was going so great and I just wanted another, source of income or anything like that. It was just more like actually, my life was just so shit and things were really not going well that, hey, you know what? I need to actually start making money some other way because whatever it is that I am doing right now is just not working out for me, and that's kind of where I started. That's why, I actually went into selling on Amazon. And that's how I even came across selling on Amazon because of, because things were just not going right for me, right? So when I first started, it was more like rushing into it. And that's one thing you guys never want to do when starting anything new, anything that you're going to be doing for the first time. You always want to take your time. You always want to actually, experience, learn enough about it. Just don't overanalyze the shit out of it. Learn a little bit, about it to where you actually, exactly what's going on, the ins and outs. Once again, you don't need to learn every single thing, but just learn enough, that way you could actually let the experience kind of teach you as you go, and a lot of times, like even until now, look, until today, I've been selling for 2 years nearly. I've launched, I've launched 9 items. I've helped hundreds of students. I've analyzed thousands of products. But until now, I still am learning. There are a lot of times it comes where there's something new that I did not know about, and I just start learning it. So the learning never stops, right? But the three biggest mistakes that I made, number one, is that I jumped into something that I did not know exactly what I was doing. I jumped into something without any, any background information or just any help, really. I thought, what, if this guy is 17 and he can do it and he's driving a Lamborghini, then, and I just jumped right into it, and I did not look for any training. I did not look for any knowledge. I did not look for, I watched a few YouTube videos, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, that's what you guys do. You start, watching a bunch of videos, and that's kind of where, I really, I get so many people on here, and I ask and I say, hey, then they start telling me, oh, I launched this product, or I launched that product, not selling, and then I ask, and I'm like, how do you know that you chose the right product, And they say, oh, well, I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos, this guy and that guy, and I look into them, and they're just a bunch of nobodies, exactly what they're talking about, creating a YouTube channel. And let's be honest here, everybody and their mom today, and that's the thing, although there is a lot of good information out there, but it is at the same time misleading, because there, all mom actually, has a YouTube channel. Problem with that is, look, it's great to have different overviews and different, perspectives of how to do things, or different strategies, right? And that's the most important thing, is that finding different strategies of how to do a big thing, like, I don't know everything, and then you might learn, 3-4 things from me, 2-3 things from the other guy, 2-3 things from that girl. And all of a sudden you have a full-blown business. But the other problem is you might be misled information that first you shouldn't even be exposed to, because it's a bunch of nonsense that's actually going to veer you off of your path and your success. And it's just going to throw you off, and then just not knowing exactly what you don't know. So you may think that the process is really only 5 steps, but there's really 10 steps to, becoming successful on whatever the case is, and you may think it's only 5 steps because you only know the 5 steps. You don't know about the other 5 steps that you don't know about. You know what I mean? which is why I always say, always find a mentor, always find somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. They've done it, been there, done that. They can actually offer you help. They can provide you with all the information necessary for you to become successful, piggyback on somebody else's success. So number one, going back to the biggest mistakes I made when I first started. Number one was jumping into something I did not know anything about, not doing further research, not actually seeking help and finding a mentor, finding somebody that will actually guide me through the process. Number two was actually not doing enough product research, which goes back to number one, not doing further research and getting information. I just found a product. I got very excited because it looked a little bit, because look, in the beginning, it may look and seem impossible, right? And it may look and seem like, you know what, this is never getting for me. And that's the thing that I always explain to everybody. Look, it's not the concept doesn't work, okay? It's something about you that needs to change. It's not the concept, it's that that's not working, okay? You need to change your mentality. You need to change the way you think. You need to change the way you approach things, And that's kind of where it's at, So what's to happen is that you need to understand that, okay, look, there's a lot of people making money. Look, I make decent money, but there's people making millions of dollars. There's people that clear $500,000 a month. You know what I mean? So there's absolutely a lot of money to be made. Amazon is worth $1 billion last year. So there's absolutely a lot of money to be made here, guys. It's just that you need to be patient and you need to learn enough about the concept that actually when you do actually approach something, they actually know exactly what you're doing, So number two thing is I did not do thorough research. I did not actually go over everything. I did not cover all the ins and outs about that particular product that I was going to launch, What happened was I found a product that I thought it's half decent. And I thought, hey, you know what? This is great. I am going to go ahead and go do it. And let me just go ahead and jump on it, And that was the problem. That was one of the biggest problems. Number three biggest problem was that I ordered a lot more than what I needed. I always suggest all my students that, hey, look, although everything may check out, although I am your mentor, although whatever the case may be, I always say never order more than 200 units on your first batch. And here's why. So I really did not have any money. I went and borrowed money. I lost 3/4 of it. I had a little bit left. I made my first order $2,900, $2,967.52. Excuse me, I still remember the exact amount, okay? And that was literally all I had. Okay? And then after I ordered, as the product got manufactured, as the product was getting shipped to the US, I realized one thing, and that was one of the worst days of my life. I realized that my product is actually seasonal and that it's only good months, okay? And as I went back to my supplier, as I argued, said, hey, what's going on? I can't exactly do it because of 1, 2, 3, Amazon's not letting me list it. They took down my listing. I started making a bunch of bullshit. I'll work out because they're like, look, we've already placed your order. The order is about to get shipped. It's not going to work out. So I wasn't going to take the loss. Why were they going to take the loss? You know what I mean? So as the product was getting shipped over, it sold good for the first like 3-4 weeks. And then it sat. And it went nowhere. Okay. And it just literally went nowhere because I did not exactly understand what the concept was. I did not go and find me a mentor. And instead of wasting that $3,000 on that, I could have probably found me somebody, bought a course for a few $100s, saved all the time and energy that I spent on a bunch of useless YouTube videos, and probably found somebody that would have been like, here's everything. It's right here. Okay. Go ahead and just study it all. Go ahead and follow it all. And then you'll be good. And then at least I could go back and answer, ask questions, approach them and in a way or another, and just pretty much, have somebody there for me that would guide me through the process. And that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. Look, I'm not here selling my course. I'm not here, telling you guys, oh, I'm the best or whatever. I'm not. But whether you get me as a mentor or whether you don't, you need to get you a mentor of some sort, somebody that actually cares about you and your success. Why spend months and thousands of dollars and something, and you're always thinking in the back of your head, I don't know if this is going to work, or I don't know if it's not going to work. Yeah, I've watched 10 videos. Okay, how do I create a listing? Oh, I got an error message. What does this mean? Let me go watch 10 videos. Let me spend like 2 days trying to figure out what this one error message is, where you can have you a mentor and just send them a screenshot. Hey, look, this is what I got. They respond right away, depending on what their time is. I know with my students, I respond within the hour, typically within the minute. And I'll say, hey, this is what it is. This is what it means. This is how you avoid it, right? And that's what a lot of you guys are not understanding. That's what a lot of you guys are not getting, is that, look, man, you need to find somebody that cares for you, cares for your success, cares about, it's going to be white. I love Rolls Royces. It's going to be Ghost. It's not going to be brand new. It's not going to be 2018. It's going to be probably a couple of years old, but still over $150,000. I might even be paying cash for it, okay? Because I got that kind of money. And because I was able to create, success through this, right? And because I was able to clear all my debt, because I was able to do all these things. And it's not because, oh, I'm this successful guy, I'm this, genius or anything like that. No, because I actually, I actually cared enough, and I actually was motivated enough to learn. And I actually finally understood that, hey, look, you know what? I need to actually go there and find me a mentor, because, after going through 3 products that failed, nearly $7,000, 4 months of my life I could never get back, I realized that shit, I should have probably done this 4 months ago. That money, whatever, I've made it times, God even knows how much. But the time that I wasted, I could have spent maybe launching another product or 2, you know what I mean, that I could never get back. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, is invest in somebody who actually cares about you, cares about your success, somebody who will be there for you, answer your questions. Now, let's take some questions here, guys. I don't see that many questions, but I see something on Facebook here. So Astrid Hasselnook, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Tell me if I did. So it says, how much can you start Amazon business in 2018? So I have broken it down to where you can actually start immediately, today, right now, product research with Jungle Scouts Chrome extension, which is $100. You need Jungle Scouts web app, which is, $130. Because the web app is $30 a month. You only buy it for 1 month. The Jungle Scouts Chrome extension is a one-time fee, $100, and it's done. But the web app, it's a monthly fee. I always suggest to all my students, listen, never get the web app unless you know that whenever I want to do a bunch of product research, I'll go ahead and get a bunch of product, and I will go ahead and sorry, I was about to make sure that YouTube doesn't, and I'll actually make a bunch of product research in 1 month, and I'll cancel my subscription before it has expired. That way I'm not paying for more than 1 month. Only $30, $100 for Jungle Scouts. That's it. If you want to join my mentoring program, is $133 for a down payment. You can join my mentoring program today for $133. So 133 plus 130, we're talking about $263 today. You can you can be on your way for success, on your way to having a full strategy of exactly how to go full, step by step, library of videos. A mentor actually cares for you and your success, and somebody who will always be there for you, and you know that, and you can count on it, because I've shown it time and time and time again. I post my my screenshots, I post the success of my students, and I share with you guys exactly what's happening. So that's kind of where I want you guys to understand. That's kind of what I want you guys to know, is that for $263 today, you can start Amazon FBA, you can start researching, and you can start and go at it. So Astrid says, I need a mentor like you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. For $263, you can start today. Look, once again, I'm not selling, but you just asked me, so I'm telling you. Hey, I'm from India. Which marketplace is better, Australia or India? I always suggest USA. I know that wasn't even your question, but Arpin Patel. Sorry if I butchered your name. Tell me if I did. But Arpin Patel on YouTube says, which marketplace is the best to start? She said Australia or India, and I said the U.S. Although the U.S. wasn't even one of her options, but I think the U.S. is best, not because I love in the U.S. and I sell in the U.S., because we're talking about 333 plus million people that are active shoppers all the damn time. Okay, look, Amazon was established in the U.S. You know, the CEO is an American guy, so automatically, you know, whether he likes it or not, there is just more traffic through the U.S. There is just more demand on the U.S. He just has more focus on the U.S. I've also seen a lot more products listed on the U.S., a lot more demand, a lot more competition, sure, but a lot more demand. So if that answers your question, I honestly couldn't speak, you know, about India or Australia. If I had to choose, and this is just a guess, I would say India, just because there's a lot more people in India than Australia. However, I'm not sure, you know, prices, how it is. I'm not sure if people more in India have more money or Australia. So I can't exactly give you a concrete answer there because I don't know. I don't live in either country. I don't sell in either country. So I don't know. But if which marketplace you should start with, I would say the U.S. Absolutely the U.S. Okay. Let's see here. We have another question. Gaston Repaccioni or Repaccioni. Sorry, once again, if I butchered your name, tell me if I did. Says, can be done if I am living outside of the U.S. My friend, Amazon has 16, just understand it, 16 different marketplaces. India, China, Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, Australia, Canada, Mexico, UK, Germany, US, Spain, Italy. That's 13. I'm missing 3 more. Three more. I don't know. I don't know if I said Canada. 16 different marketplaces you can sell on, whether you live in those 16 marketplaces or whether you don't. I live in the United States. I sell in the US. I just submitted my application to sell in Mexico and Canada and the UK and Germany. So I'm going to be selling in all those 4 countries I don't even live in. I live in the US. You could be anywhere in the world and sell on any of those 16 markets, whether the US, whether the UK, whether 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 16. So yes, answer your question. You can sell in the US or any other market from outside of any of those countries, okay? As long as, you need to understand this, as long as your country is listed on the list. So when you go to actually creating an Amazon account, Amazon will ask you, where do you reside? And if you actually ask me, I might be able to know off the top of my head. If I don't, I'll tell you to check. So if you can just type what country you're from, I'm going to tell you, you know, yes or no. But if you actually go to register on Amazon, okay, if you go to register on Amazon, and I have a video about that on my YouTube channel, I'll put a link here. If you go to register on Amazon.com, it'll ask you, what country do you live in? Okay, as a bank account, and it doesn't have to be that country's bank. So let's say if you live in India and you're trying to sell in the US, you don't need to have a US bank account. It could be an Indian bank account, could be an Indian address, everything Indian. You just tell them this is what it is. Argentina, I am pretty sure. Excuse me, don't hold me to this, but let me send you a link to a video where you could actually, and you know what I'll do is I'll actually send you a link to a what do you call it? A playlist that I created a few weeks ago about international sellers. Because I was get up by large, sell on Amazon. So I created, I literally took a let's see here, and a full about only what do you call it? Only international sellers. The answer is yes. From Holland, yes, you can. I know that for sure. I know you can from Holland for sure. And I pinned the comment to where it's the link to, wait, hang on. Amazon, how to sell, UK. Okay. Let me go here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so unpinned comment, pinned comment. Okay, so the pinned comment, which is the how to sell on Amazon as an international seller, that's the video that shows you exactly where to go, what do you call it, what website to go to, and exactly how to actually list yourself, or how to actually you know, pretty much, is this video to start. That's the okay. So that Astrid asks this video to start. So that video shows you exactly how you can submit an application to become an Amazon seller. So you go on that website. There's a website on there that you go on there, and you just pretty much, you just pretty much submit an application, and then you can see when it says, go under here to see if you actually qualify to sell. All it is, you just look for your country under the list, and then the list, and then the tab that you're looking for is where it says, I think it says your residence address, like where do you currently reside. And if your residence country is within that list, then you can sell no problem. If it's not, you're out of luck. I'm sorry. But I know Holland for sure, and I am pretty sure Argentina also, but don't hold me to it. Go ahead and check out the website. Gastro and Gaston and Astrid, send me a message, a direct message on Facebook, and then I'll be able to talk to you guys directly, and then we can figure this out, and then to learning how to get you guys on to, selling on Amazon, how to get you registered, and then getting your first product listed. So once again, guys, Bashar Kadir here, Amazon to be a seller mentor. I don't want to make this too long. I go live every single day on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at 10 a.m. every single day. I don't literally miss a day every single day. So if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. If I did not answer your question, or just send me a direct message, and I'll be more than happy to go back and answering all of your questions. Aside from that, guys, Bashar Kadir here, Amazon to be a seller mentor. I would love to work with you guys. I would love to, ensure your success. Also, the link above is a link to my my website. You guys can more than welcome to check it out. I also have a mentoring course. If you guys want to join that, I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys more about that. Aside from that, guys, once again, Bashar Kadir here, Amazon to be a seller mentor. Thank you very much for being so awesome. I'll see you all in the next video, probably tomorrow. You all have a great day, and